Good evening, everybody. It is day 9 of my 40-day fast, and the topic today is control, cravings, and awareness. Cravings will always be there, and they arrive suddenly, demanding attention. So control is a little bit more slower. It's way slower, and control kind of like waits to see how you're going to react towards this whole thing. So over the past few days, I've also noticed that how cravings rise and fall just by their own. So through no active act of mine, they just come and they go. I don't immediately respond to them. What once felt urgent now feels is like negotiable. And cravings are really as a result of how my day is going. Am I busy? Am I sluggish? Do I lack motivation for the day? And I think it's almost like the saying that idle minds and idle hands being the work of the devil. Essentially, I think that's what it is. So this awareness, just being aware of what is going on around you, I think becomes very important during the fasting phase. So the fast is not about resisting everything. It's about understanding what's actually driving the impulse, be it stress, a habit, emotion, boredom, just as I've mentioned earlier, and sometimes just old patterns that no longer just serve you. So when you slow down long enough, you realize that you don't have to obey every thought that passes through your mind. So another interesting thing that happened today, in fact, not only just today, just because I'm fasting, it does not mean that the rest of the people around me or my family have to suffer. So today I actually prepared curry. Cooking is my thing. I prepared curry for my boys, and it's interesting how I missed all of this food. I just get on with it. For me, cooking was just a task, something that I had to do. I just don't want the family to feel as though just because of my fast, then everything comes to a slowdown. And so what am I consuming here? Oh, this was my Christmas present for one of my boys. Absolutely love. I have a fetish for mugs, for not really mugs, like drinking contraptions. So what is in here? It is my black vanilla chai tea. Yeah. So for some reason, the black coffee thing was just no longer working. Yeah, so I'm absolutely I apologize for that groggy voice. I think I don't know where that's coming from. I really don't know what's coming from. I'm drinking enough water as it is anyway. So just as I said, is cravings will always chase after you, be it taking advantage of a task that you have to take care of. But I'm just so accustomed to it right now. I do what I got to do and just move on with it. So just to give you a weight update, we are sitting at exactly 67. Just a reminder that we started at 70.5. Yeah, so we're sitting now at 67, and this is day 9 of the fast. So I would the 67 point whatever lasted a little bit longer. I really want to get out of it now. It would be nice tomorrow if it is like 66 point something. That will really be great. It will definitely show some type of progression. I absolutely hope so. For those people that are new on this channel, see me for the first time, the reason why I'm doing my 40-day fast, it's in January, and it's the second time I'm actually embarking on this. I did it in 2025 in January. I actually started there on the 1st of January. I didn't even participate in the festivities of New Year's Day. So the last week, I have to say, it was really difficult. And one of the reasons why I had to move town, because I accompanied my son to university in my favorite city, which is Cape Town, and it was just hard. Talk about temptation, it was hectic. So, but the outcome of that particular fast, I recall, I landed at 60 kilograms, which was a total loss of about 10 kilograms, for those 40 days. I think I'm probably looking forward to achieving exactly the same thing. I did mention before that my base weight is actually 65 kilograms. And ideally, what I wish for, I would love to at least spend a few months at 60 kilograms, but with some strength and muscles. That's really my dream. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. But that body just keeps on just fighting and fighting. I end up at 65 no matter what I do. So recently I was actually listening to a podcast episode with Oprah, and there's a book that she featured on the book club called Enough. It was basically delving into this recent trend of GLPs. These are like drugs, diabetes drugs, or obesity drugs, I should actually say. That's what they're calling them now. And how it is changing people's lives, and how in fact obesity is a disease. So they really delved into it, and all of the stories that people have gone through since their childhood having to deal with obesity. And there was something that they mentioned in the podcast that was actually so interesting. I was not even aware of these constant cravings, for food that actually people have. And I honestly can relate to that. I honestly, it's like some type of food addiction where you just crave, you just want to, eat something, and you just want to grab a snack. And there was a couple there that was featured. In fact, the person that was featured was the woman. And she says, why can I not be like my husband, who just does not crave anything? For him, a meal is a meal. I know people like that, for sure. I know people like that. Now, what do I believe about these GLP-1 drugs? I am not a medical professional, so I always advise that all of those people that have really been suffering, not only physiologically, I think psychologically also, for a very long time with their weight, speak with your doctor. I think that's your starting point. And your doctor knows you best. They know what you've tried. They know what you're going through. And what is actually one of the questions that was raised in this podcast was, what are the actual side effects? So side effects have really not been documented. The reason being, these GLP-1s have been in circulation for a while, but primarily treating, diabetes. But I have to tell you the one thing that really stuck out for me. The idea that if you can get rid of obesity or get rid of excess weight in your body, you are basically preventing over 200 associated diseases. There were, they also referenced inflammation, they referenced heart conditions, they referenced a lot of things. Imagine just being able to heal through just healing one area of your life, and there's this like ripple effect. It takes care of everything else. I do subscribe to that. Cancer was included in that list of 200 that they were speaking about. I do subscribe to that. And Serena Williams featured in that podcast about her journey. Who would have thought that Serena Williams had a weight problem and she really struggled? And she somehow says she does regret. She really hopes that she would have known about these GLP-1 drugs way earlier, and because she absolutely believes that even her game may have been even better, because what she's feeling right now, she actually did a dance on the book club. She says that it has just given her confidence to do the things ordinarily she wouldn't have done before. She's dancing like she would like, and I understand that. I mean, coming from like 95 kilogram to losing and going, losing the weight that I lost. It's like a new you. The way you think is new. You want to try different things. I mean, there was a time when I got heavy into photo shoots. It was just fun. It was so much fun. It's because I was, already fitting into clothes that ordinarily I never fitted into. But just before we close off this update, my mother died at 57 from breast cancer. And I do believe that also the type of cancer that did kill her, it could have been prevented. But we will never know. So my goal is to get to a point, honestly, where I get to meet my grandchildren, because she never did. So this is my why. This is my why. This is why I will do it every single year. And tomorrow, I'm going to do an analogy that is like so relatable in terms of what fasting potentially can actually do, to your life. Anyway, that's it for my update. And if you liking this if you are liking and enjoying this information, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends and family about this, and let's have a conversation. I would really like to reach out to definitely more people. Do not forget the Revitalize book. It's available on Amazon. Here I tell the story of my weight loss and how I went about it. And I think storytelling really helps, because a lot of people may relate. Yeah, see you tomorrow.